Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Day 34. Oh my goodness. Today I was like, what day? What day am I on again? Like, what? Why? Sheesh. Okay, anywho. So this is day 34 of a 100-day weight loss transformation journey. Okay? Now, leading up to this, I've had a few topics about exercise, about my updated eating routine or the routine, the update about it. And I just wanted to not, I just want to kind of talk about the past and how that affects me now and that type of situation. But I have some questions for you. Okay. So, is there something that you tried along your journey in the past, or have you tried to do the same thing that you're doing now, but you did it in the past? And if you have done something like this in the past, or did a transformation or a journey, what steps did you take then? Did they work for you? Would you try them now? My name is Fonte, and it's Tay's World. Okay? So, the questions come based off of a discussion that I had with my mom, of course. And we were talking about things that I have done or things that I've tried in the past that have helped me along my journey then, right? And I thought that is interesting because this is not my first journey, guys. This is not the first time I have done weight loss. This is the first time I'm documenting it. This is the first time that I'm opening up to the world about my journey. But I've been on a journey like this. I was heavy. I was like 315, I think, at the age of 12. Okay. And of course, being 12 and preteen, and you see, other people, nobody was my size at my age. And I got up one day and I said, Mom, I want to make a change. I want to do something. And my mom was like, okay, let's do it. And she went along with that journey with me, which I've told you guys about some of the things we've done before in the past. But the first thing that started me on my journey was Weight Watchers. And you'll hear me mention Weight Watchers quite a bit during that time, because Weight Watchers has changed over the time. But during that time, what they did was they took your weight and they gave you a point system on how many points you had per day. And you could save points per day if you wanted something special, or within that week time, right? But you had your daily points. So I had started off with, like, I think between 27 and 34 points a day. And what each point represented 50 calories. So you literally would just check, you were box checking. You were nutrition checking everything, which is a good thing because it made me start realizing the nutritional levels of everything. It made me be more aware of what I'm eating and what I'm putting in my body. And I did very well on that in a matter of, I think we stuck with it for about a good I think within about 5 to 6 months, we stuck with it, with that particular, because at that time, they were heavy about, like, if you signed up with them, you better come to those meetings. If you didn't come to those meetings, what are you doing? You had to come and get weekly weighed in. So it was a lot going on. My mom had she had her own business at the time, as far as her own daycare, summer camp, and after school. It was a lot going on. And so, I mean, she made time for that, those specific months. And once we really kind of got used to the program, it was able really, we were able to follow it still. And I did, even after we stopped actively going, I still just followed the same routine. And they were heavy on writing down. That's why I said, even now, I'm big on writing down things because it helped. You had to check off your water. You had to check off how much exercise you did. You had to write down everything that you ate and drunk. And it worked for me. I lost like a total of like 30 something, almost 40 pounds. They would give you a ribbon every time you lost 10 pounds. I was so excited about it. And that was my initiation into the whole weight loss transformation. And they really helped me. My next step, now I followed that same plan for about a year. And I lost a good, I think by the time I really stopped really following that, or I started trying to look for other things because it felt like had hit a plateau. I had hit about 240, and it was just like my weight would not budge, and it was just it. I had decreased my points because my mom weighed less than me, so I knew the point system once you got to a certain point. So I lessened my points. It's still, I mean, when I tell y'all, I know what a plateau is like. I was on a plateau for like 3 months. It would not budge. I was exercising. I was still eating. Like, I'm thinking, like, what in the world is going on? Why is it not moving? And it just would not. So at that time, Atkins was becoming a thing. And it was just like the big craze. Like, I'll do Atkins. You just eat all the meat you want. It don't matter. But the first 3 days, and then you gradually add vegetables and fruit back to your diet. But you had to do 3 strict days of no, you could not have anything. You couldn't even chew gum. Okay? That's how strict they wanted to rid your body. And they said within 3 days, you should be able to rid your body of all sugar. Okay? So you do that. You did the sugar. And I will get rid of the sugar. You eat your protein. I mean, look, I was eating 2 strips of bacon and 2 eggs every morning. I would have, then for lunch, we would have, on those 3 days, I would do like a burger, literally just take the bun off. And they knew that. So you started having, I think it's Hardee's it was, who started making the lettuce wraps. See, they don't give props where props is due. Wendy's was one of the first places to really start taking people's like eating seriously, like, oh, okay, so people are now doing Atkins, let's make it a lettuce wrap. So they did that. So I wouldn't even, during those 3 days though, you couldn't even have vegetables. I literally would just eat the burger itself and just call it that. And then at night we would do like some chicken, we would do some baked chicken or some fish or something, just something quick, but you just eat your protein. And then he also had shakes that you could do. So we would drink some of the shakes. So that's what I did. And I did that for like another year. Like I think, no, so I was probably following Atkins, and I had to think for about 2 years. Like I said, and I had held that, and I had got down to the 240. And like I said, it was just like I was stuck there. And so then that's when Atkins came along, and I did that. And I did that for about a year. And I had gotten down to, once I did the Atkins, I had got down to 190, guys. 190, okay? That's the lowest that I have ever been in my entire life, okay? I have tried, I'm trying to think, those are the 2 things. And then I've done, but anyway, I got to my lowest at 190. And I held that for quite some time. I held that. What I would do, I would bounce back. It would be like 190, 195, 190, 195. I would just do like this, right? But it would just stick between that. And during that time, guys, I had a friend, Nikki, I don't know if she's watching or not, but she ran track. So she would go run out on the track and I would walk. Or she would tell me to run a certain number of yards, and I would run and then walk, run, walk, run, walk. I had on my little sauna suits. I was doing beach body, and I mean crazy exercises. Nikki would do them with me. I learned about walk away the pounds with my mom. I would do them. We did the 90-day boot camp. Oh my goodness, guys. Like, I was doing some extreme things. I did. I was in the best shape of my entire life. And I held it. I held it for quite some time because I was active. With the summer camp, with the businesses my mother had, we were always active. We were always going. So that we really, and then we just incorporated exercise with the camp. So we would do exercises every day. So I was able to steamroll, and I literally held that for quite some time. Up until I was at least about a good 17 did I hold that weight. And very proud of myself, really. But I was very strict. I was very strict on myself. I ate a lot of salads, a lot of, even when we went out, people could tell you I would either, if I didn't have just like some wings, I would just do the salad with the chicken, and I would do crispy chicken. I didn't always do grilled chicken because I say, hey, I'm eating out, but that was my splurge, getting crispy chicken instead of grilled. Um, and like I said, I was in the best shape of my life. And but one thing about it, once I stopped doing Atkins, that means once I stopped when I started eating carbs again, because you wouldn't believe it, for some years I was really shied away from carbs, like a lot. But what I noticed though, at that eight, I think I was about 18. Of course, then you get college, right? College, I'm just like, I still did pretty well, even in college, because they had salads, and I loved their salads. So I just would get a salad, and I was good for just eating popcorn. I would have me a bag of popcorn, he had my salads. That was it. But of course, less active. So I became less active because now I'm studying. Now I'm trying to do all kinds of stuff. Now I'm focusing in a different manner. So it's serious. College was serious for me because I never thought I would go anyway. Anywho, but I did go to college, so but my focus just shifted, and so I was still, I would do some Atkins, and I was doing like Slim Fast. I would literally be drinking shakes, like kind of back and forth. I would do sometimes Slim Fast, sometimes Atkins, but what I noticed is that once you come off that Atkins, it's like a deep, like seated, rooted, I don't know, thing of just wanting carbs, like, because I didn't realize for many years I didn't eat a lot of carbs at all. You may catch me eating some French fries. That was about the biggest thing that you would catch me. I wouldn't eat no buns. I wouldn't eat like no bread, no cake, like none of this. And unless it was for a special occasion, I would have some ice cream and cake. But other than that, I didn't. And so, but it was just like oh my goodness, this need though. Like once I came off the Atkins I craved carbs so much, and I just went carb crazy, honest to God. And I still kind of caught myself when I was about 20, 21. I probably weighed about 220 at that point. So I had gained about 30 pounds from that time. And I just went carb crazy. I'm not going to lie to nobody. I wanted them carbs. And so that, I will say, is one of the drawbacks of doing. I didn't have any drawbacks personally from Weight Watchers. I think that they're a great plan. I don't necessarily agree with how they do it now, but I definitely adopt some of the habits that I had before, or the practices that they had previously. But the Atkins kind of create you just go carb crazy. So it is something that you have to be very careful. And I probably, because I didn't wean myself off of it as best, I literally went from being Atkins to just going crazy with carbs, instead of doing there where you start eating vegetables, you start eating fruits, you start doing that type of situation, kind of wean yourself. So you're still getting some sugars. So I didn't wean myself necessarily off the best way that I should have. So that was kind of one of the drawbacks. And it makes me apprehensive now to this day to really do it. It's not because I couldn't lose weight. I lost weight. You lose weight beautifully from it. It's just that I do not like the cravings of wanting sugar, of wanting carbs. Like you literally, like, swear for goodness, you want sugar, you want carbs a lot after it. So I know that I can lose weight very quickly with it. It's just that once you come off of it, it can be a bit much. So I may revisit it again. I've done what is it? What is the thing now? Keto. I've tried keto as well as an adult, and keto works, but I think Atkins worked better. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but they work similar, but Atkins definitely work better. Atkins work faster, and it's very interesting. So those are just some of the things that I've tried in the past that have helped me. And I pretty much doing this mindful eating pretty much is doing basically like Weight Watchers. I'm just not counting, but it kind of sort of am because 1600 calories. What is that? If I was breaking down and made it similar to Weight Watchers, that 1600 calories would be like 32 points. So see, it's literally kind of fitting back into their routine of things. It's just doing it a little different, saying it a little differently, but still, because Weight Watchers said you could eat anything. That was their motto: you eat anything, just fit it within this, and you lost weight. So that's the model that I'm trying. That's the model that I'm basically doing now, because I didn't want to cut out anything, and maybe that may be just for now. I may get to that point again where I will try Atkins again, because I know how strict they are, and I know they help rev up that your metabolism really good. So I may try that again. I may. But as for right now, I just wanted to do more of the mindful eating because you're not cutting out any specific food group. You're saying, okay, I can have any of these food groups. It's just portioning out how much I'm going to eat of that. So, and with the lifestyle that I live now, it just fits better into that mode. But like I said, I'm not going to write off Atkins. I'm not. It's just that it was I just know what it can do, so I just have to be mindful of it. But yes, guys, I wanted to share that journey with you all because it was just brought to my remembrance like how they did it. It worked well for me. Like I did amazing. I did wonderful. And so that just kind of put little bugs in my little mind, like, do I go that hard again? Woo! My body doesn't move as best as it used to. Man, I would do everything. I was at one point I was Zumbathon champion. You couldn't tell me I wasn't. I was at every belly dance class. I would go to the gym for 3 hours. And I was doing something every minute, whether it was the elliptical, the treadmill, whether I was in a class doing yoga, Zumba, belly dancing, Zumba again, swimming. Like, I was a beast. I'm a toot my own horn. I had even someone in college tell me, well, bigger people, they're just, because I still, now mind you, during that but I was fit. I was in the low 200s, probably 215, and just fit. Like, really was. I looked amazing. I thought I did. Well, I didn't even think I looked amazing because I didn't even know what I looked like because I couldn't recognize me. Literally, I didn't know that person. So to me, I thought I was still 315 pounds. You couldn't tell me that I had lost 100 pounds. I didn't believe it. It's something. It was something with the mind. So anyway, that is just like I was a beast. I was a beast at what I did, and life happens, guys. Life happens. I was in college again, finishing out that 4-year degree. Then I went to master's. That master's kicked my tail, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. The master's kicked my butt, and I stopped caring. I just was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it. I don't care. I just started grabbing everything. I didn't exercise as much. Oh gosh. Then traumatic situations happen for my mom, did for me. And so this is what it is now. But I'm back. I'm on this weight loss journey. And I'm dedicated to the cause because I know that I can do it. And that's without surgery. That was just me being diligent. It was me being consistent, being courageous, and being diligent and being disciplined in what I was doing and focusing on it. That's what I did. And so yeah, I'm back at it again. My little light didn't went off because I'm almost at 20 minutes, guys. I'm sorry. I kept y'all along so long, but that was just my journey before. I'm glad to share that with you guys. So I know a little something about this weight loss game. I know a little something. So I'm just going to keep at it and keep going. And thank you all for going on this journey with me. Yes. All right, guys, remember to be consistent, remember to be courageous, and remember to be diligent and disciplined. I'm sorry, I keep saying diligent. Be disciplined, okay? Good night. Love you.